Hi everyone, Marthy here. Today I have a Mother's Day gift guide collab that I am participating in. I will go ahead and link everyone that is participating down in the description box. So please go check out the ladies that are participating because I'm sure they're all going to have really wonderful ideas. Now, before I get started, I do have to mention that a couple of the ideas that I have here actually come from one of my sisters. She's the creative one in my family, so I have to give credit to her. And so thank you, sisters, for letting me borrow your ideas. They're just awesome ideas, and I have to share them with you guys. Also, I want to start off with a little memory of mine because I think this is one of my most remembered and most precious ideas for Mother's Day that my children have done for me. Now, what my kids did is they actually woke up early on a Mother's Day and they made me toast and coffee. They put it on a really pretty tray and they brought it to me. So it was a really nice breakfast in bed idea, and I just thought that was just precious, and I will always remember that. Now, the toast was a little burnt and the coffee was a little black, but nonetheless, it was the most delicious breakfast ever because of the fact that my children took the time to do something so special for me. Now, after that, they said they had a little show for me, so I had to go and sit in the living room, and they had actually written a little song. And what my son did, he sang the song and he played his little guitar because he had a little toy guitar at the time, and he was kind of like just playing it like, you know, it wasn't really like a tune or anything, but he was playing it and singing his little song that they had both come up with. And the song had memories of them appreciating me and things like that, so it was just a beautiful song. And then at the same time, my daughter, she was dancing. At the time, I think my kids were about 9 or 10 years old, and so I just thought that was so precious. My son was singing the song that they both wrote, and my daughter was dancing. She was dancing ballet, and she was not a ballerina, but nonetheless, she was dancing ballet. So I always remember that memory. It's one of my most favorite memories of all time, and so I think that's an idea that I could share with you, and maybe you could have your children do that for their grandma for Mother's Day, or if you are a teen that is watching this, you can maybe have your little brothers and sisters do something like this. So I had to put that out there. Now, my first other idea is the one that my sister actually made. She took a frame like this, which I believe she bought at a place like Michael's. Now, this is a really nice long frame that she picked up. She put like a white cardboard in the back, and she actually, either her husband, wrote in really pretty letters. She put "Home is where the heart is." And she took some ribbon on the side and put a really beautiful collage of memories of all of us. Now, if you can see, there's a lot of silly pictures on here, but I think that's what makes it more special, because these are things that will make your mom smile, to see really silly pictures of you guys when you were growing up, that, you know, faces that you made or things like that. So I think this is one of the most precious ideas and one of the most prized possessions that my mom had. Now, my mom has already passed, but this frame has remained where she put it up because she really valued this. And so I had to share something like this with you because I know this is something that I would have loved, and I know that my mom really enjoyed. So this is just a really beautiful idea. Now, a specialty frame like this you could probably pick up at Michael's. And right now, Michael's has a 40 to 60% off on their frames, so go check that out. And also, ribbon like this, you could probably pick it up at Dollar Tree because they do have really pretty ribbon there. So you could pick that up for less money. And then, of course, you just put together some pictures of your family growing up and things like that. Maybe you could ask your brothers and sisters to kind of collab with you and in this, something like this, and they could all give you pictures that they have, and you could all give it together to your mom as a gift. So that's one of the ideas. And then also, if you can't find a frame like that, it doesn't really have to be something like that. Let me show you something else that my kids and I actually made a long time ago when my kids were little. We made one out of this is already lifting, but we made one out of cardboard, and we had sent this over to my husband when he had gone away for school for a few months, and we missed him. So we put a little collage of all of us together, little memories, and we sent this to him. Now this is just cardboard. Like I said, it was really simple, but you could put something like this in. Let me show you. You could put it in a really pretty frame like this one. Now I did pick up this frame at Michael's as well. I think I paid between $12 to $15. It is a really heavy duty frame, which is a really high quality, but they did have a sale, so I picked it up for that amount of money. Now obviously this is just used as a picture frame of my son right now, but you could use something like this as well. It doesn't have to be a frame that is long like the one that I showed you. And also another idea that is more thrifty is getting a picture from Dollar Tree. I picked up this 11 by 14 frame at Dollar Tree, and so that you could use something like that. So you could put your pictures in there and maybe write words like on the top or something like that. So that's what you could also do, and it's a little bit less expensive. The second idea also comes from my sister. Oh, before I showed you my second idea, I do have to show you, you could also pick up little frames like these, and it could be more than 2, more than 3, however many you want. And you could also do a collage that way, or you could put like one of the memories here, another memory, and another one, and you know, different memories in different frames, or just like a little collage that she could put together with different smaller frames. So that's just another option. The second idea that also comes from my sister is this. She actually made this. Mine is already kind of falling apart because it's kind of old, but she purchased these little tricycle looking things at a craft store, and she put together the rest. She made a figurine of all of my sisters and I, and so we're all riding the little tricycle. And now there's a story behind this, and you could also do something like this with a story behind it. It doesn't have to be a tricycle, it could be whatever. And so the story behind this was that when we were growing up, I've mentioned several times that we didn't have a lot of money, so my parents managed to buy us one tricycle, and we all had to share it. We always had to share everything. So what we ended up doing, because we all wanted to ride it at the same time, I would have to be the driver, and then one of my sisters would actually get on the front on the horns, and then my 2 younger sisters would actually ride in the back in the little section right here of the tricycle. So we actually would ride the tricycle like this, guys. Can you believe that? And so yeah, every so often we would one of us would fall. So it was hilarious, and just thinking about it, you know, we always laugh at that memory. And so yeah, this was an actual memory, and she turned it into something that my mom could always look at. And so we all got one of these, one of my sisters, we all got it for Mother's Day, and this is another one of the most beautiful gift ideas ever, because it was a memory that we all have together. So you could take something like this and make it your own, whether it was a boat ride or a vacation, whatever it was. But what she did, I think she took some styrofoam, she covered it with flannel, and then she used these little, I'm not sure what you call these little stick things, and she glued them, made little shoes out of the flannel material, put little flowers, and then she took pictures of all of us and just printed them out, put a little cardboard behind. See, it has a little cardboard, and she just, oops, one of my sisters fell, and she just put our pictures in there. So yeah, this is just such a neat idea. I had to share this with you guys. So this is another idea. Then my other idea is one that my children and I actually had together. We all started this, but this is a really good idea for Mother's Day as well. We had the Golden Book of Memories. So we took a notebook that is gold, but it doesn't have to be gold. It could be just any really beautiful notebook. And also Dollar Tree has a lot of really beautiful notebooks out there. Also the 99-cent store has them. And so you could take a really pretty one and just kind of make it your own. You could, your kids could draw on it, and the most important part is to write memories of you guys growing up. Just really pretty memories that you remember. Look at my kids wrote in here and put their little how their day was going kind of thing, or their memories, and just different things, you know. It's all, you know, just different things that they wrote. And so when I read these, I always crack up because they're just so funny. And I think this is a really good idea for Mother's Day as well. So you can, you and your brothers and sisters can actually get some stories together and put it in a book like this and give this as a Mother's Day gift. Now the last one that I have is, before I show you, I have to say, moms, we don't take enough time off to pamper ourselves or to just to relax. So I think a really good option is to buy her something where she has to go and pamper herself, and not necessarily an item like a material item that she can hold on to, because I think when you pamper yourself, you kind of remember that a little more, because it was something that you experience, and sometimes when you experience something, you hold on to the memory a little bit more than just when you receive an item. So my last idea, and it's a little bit more pricey, is to go to your local spas and see if they have Mother's Day specials, which most of them do at this time. And so just go there and buy her a facial. Facials are just wonderful because the muscles in our face, we usually tense them up a lot, and we don't realize how much tension we hold in our faces. And so getting a facial really helps with that. And also, when you get a facial, you usually get a little massage on your neck and your shoulders, so that also helps as well. So I think a facial is just an excellent gift idea for Mother's Day. And so go check out your spas and definitely, you know, do that for your mom, and I know she will appreciate it. And it'll also help her to make time to relax and do something special for herself. So yeah, guys, those were my ideas. I hope you guys enjoyed them, and please remember to go check out the videos of the ladies that I will go ahead and link in the bottom. And thank you so much for watching. God bless every single one of you. I hope you like my ideas, and until next time.